It's the Joel Shit Show featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So today, special election coverage. That's right, the HOA Board of Directors election is on the 29th. And at the HOA meeting downstairs, we will hold the election. And it's the same 3 spots that were up last year, except one of the vice president's not running, although she's still hosting the meeting, which is a shame, because who's going to host the meetings now if she's no longer on the board, right? Maybe one of the other candidates will. But depending on which candidates win, it may end up having to be me, and there's just no room here for that. So I'm sure that won't color my opinions of who people should vote for. So for those of you who've watched my election coverage for the California elections, mayoral elections, presidential elections, the propositions, and so on, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get all the comments about the people running, and then you're going to get my opinion of them. And I don't have a 3-minute limit like I did for last year's election, so I'll tell you right now, this is really just an opportunity for me to be a dork. So if you don't care, you might as well just wait until tomorrow. Although tomorrow's episode is not going to be very exciting, because all I'm going to do today is go to Pilates. So there are 4 candidates running for 3 spots. The election will be held apparently at the meeting on the 29th, which I'm not really crazy about that, because for one thing you have to show up to the meeting. For another thing, you have to vote in front of everybody. I don't know that that's okay, but I'm not really concerned about it. So there are 4 candidates. We're going to start with Mindy, who was the only candidate who didn't win last year, and I felt kind of bad. I didn't really know Mindy that well at the time. Now I know Mindy. Mindy's awesome. She lives in the front. She represents the front building. This is her prepared statement. Hi neighbors, I think our community is special, and it would be an honor to serve on the board. As you hopefully already know, I'm willing to roll up my sleeves and do whatever it takes to make sure we are all living a happy, safe, and clean, and yes, Joel, fiscally sound life here in Willow Glen. If elected, I'd like to see us take a closer look at the property and find services and a maintenance plan that works with our budget and for all our families and pets. Feel free to contact me at any time if you need anything. Heck, I'm even happy to take on garbage duty again. Thanks. There's an excellent prepared statement by Mindy. She will win because she took out the garbage for the first 10 months of the last term, even though she lost in the election. And she's been a wonderful person this entire time. And who doesn't like Mindy? And those of us that live in the back buildings kind of feel bad for her, because her 3 neighbors and her in the front building are all renters, and so she's the only homeowner there. And she's had some nightmare neighbors. So Mindy is going to win. I guarantee you, Mindy is going to get is going to be one of the top vote getters, because we all think she's great. Second candidate is Matt Tansey, current president of the board. He was appointed to the board by the builder, because, well, besides owning a unit, he also worked with the builders, and they wanted to have someone related to the builders on the board for the first year, which was a good idea because we were a new complex. Matt says, I would be happy to continue as a board member. While I do not live at the project, I believe I can continue to be helpful in dealing with property maintenance issues and financial management issues. I am involved with a number of other HOA boards and can bring some experience and perspective to the board as we move forward. Thank you. I think that of the 4 candidates, Matt is going to be the one that does not win. Among other reasons, I think that he has appeared absent to us when we've needed him. He has not always answered his email quickly. Sometimes he has, sometimes he hasn't. He doesn't always return his phone calls. He's busy. He's on several boards. He has his own life. He owns a unit here that he rents out, but he doesn't have time for this shit. It's fine. I don't know that he's running because he feels he has to or because he wants to, but I think that we're going to be fine without him. I don't know who would vote for him besides himself. I don't know. I would be surprised if he won, and I'm not sure who wouldn't win if it weren't for him. Maybe the 4th candidate, which I'll get to when they're 4th. He has vigorously defended our gardeners, and a lot of us don't like the gardeners. They leave stuff out, and sometimes they don't pick it up for a week. And yes. 3rd candidate is me. I'm the treasurer. I was the leading vote getter last year. I got 6 out of the 8 votes, which is kind of remarkable considering you only could vote for one last year. And so 6 of the 8 votes went to me, and then 1 went to Matt, and 1 went to Louisa, who's the vice president who's not running. So everyone else voted for me, except for the people that voted for themselves, I guess. You don't know really who voted for whom, but that's how it seems. So anyway, my statement is, it's been my pleasure to serve as your treasurer of the HOA from day one. I am running for the board again, and I hope that I'll be able to continue my contribution to the community. My main priorities are to have the HOA fees restored to their 2008 levels and be available to my fellow homeowners. Feel free to come by 205 at any time with any question you have. Thank you for the opportunity to serve on your board, and I look forward to being able to do so again. One of the things that it's funny, we actually pay this community management organization $350 a month to do all the paperwork stuff for the HOA, pay the bills and all that stuff. I don't do that directly. I just sign the checks. It's funny because they should have organized this election too, but they did not. But I don't know how easy it is to get rid of them, and really one step at a time. That's something we could revisit next year, I say. So anyway, that was my statement. I think I should be reelected. I don't know what I want to do. I would like to be a vice president or a president, because I picked treasurer because it was the lowest of the 3 and I'd never done this before, and I like signing checks. But the thing is I still like signing checks. It's kind of a pain in the ass to find someone to sign the checks with me because they have to be countersigned, and it would be nice not to have to deal with that, and if I weren't the treasurer I wouldn't have to. So I don't know yet. I haven't decided what I want to do. And as far as resumes go, I could lie and say I was whatever I wanted. Yes, I was the supreme president. I got free pizza on my birthday. In a resume you can say anything. So, I don't know. I expect that I will be reelected. I don't know that I'll be the leading vote getter again. Wouldn't that be funny? But we'll see. And the 4th candidate is my downstairs across the way neighbor, Jeff. I never learned how to pronounce Jeff's last name. It's an awesome name. It has a Z in it. I'm going to leave it at that. You know what also is weird is the 2 candidates, the 3 that I think are going to win, are also my friends on Facebook. So it's like the Facebook block, right? So Jeff says, hello neighbors at Bird Avenue. I'm running for the HOA board so that I can take an active role in making our community a great place to live. As a board member, I want to continue to improve our homes and maintain the safety and aesthetic of our neighborhood. As a firefighter, I have a schedule that gives me the opportunity to focus on all of our needs. Please stop by, give Joey a pet, and let me know if you have any questions. Joey is their dog, and I didn't know I could pet Joey. That's awesome. Jeff has written the best statement of all of them. First of all, he just kind of nonchalantly mentions he's a firefighter. How can you vote against a firefighter? He knows how to get to your heartstrings by telling you to pet his dog. I can't do that. I don't have a dog. I can tell people to go pet Savannah, but then Savannah doesn't want to talk to anybody. She'll hide. He has the best statement. So my votes are going to be for Mindy, Jeff, and myself. I really think that everyone's going to vote the same way. I think it's interesting that we get to vote for 3 of the 4 candidates, but last year we only got to vote for 1. But that's fine. It's going to help guarantee that we get these people in here, and then it's going to be me and 2 new people if that's how it works out. We'll see. But it's very exciting that we have more candidates than we do positions. And it'll just be kind of funny if it happens to see the look on Matt's face if he's at the meeting and then he doesn't win the election. What is he going to say? I don't know, but it's going to tell me a lot about his character, and actually I think he's going to handle it pretty well. He is a stand-up guy. He shouldn't be on our board because he's never here and he's too hard to get a hold of. It was nice of him to be on the board the first year because none of us knew what we were doing. And even though we still don't know what we're doing, we have a better idea of it now. So, election is Monday. I'll probably tell you Tuesday how it went. And there's your election coverage. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.